r/AskReddit, what was a total game changer in your sex life? My ex enjoyed sex. Just with everyone else she met instead of me. My wife's menopause, it changed the game to where we don't have sex anymore. Have her look into estradiol. That made a big difference for us, and it will give her other benefits as well, such as lessening her chances of a UTI. Hey man, it's menopause, not may no stop. So there's still hope. Sorry dude. Cupping his balls while deep throating. Honestly, cupping balls even during regular penetration is really nice. Actually, I'd be okay with it outside of sex too probably. Rip inbox. An underrated act. I enjoy when she cups the balls while she flosses. Communication actually I'd never talked about what I liked or disliked with anyone, but my BF actually asked about that after the first time we had sex and now we perfectly know each other's likes and dislikes so it's way more fun. I like it when my wife yanks them down like she's blowing a train horn. Broke up with my ex and haven't had sex in months. Definitely a game changer. Antidepressants. Most have debilitating side effects. Can confirm, I was given antidepressants for seasonal depression and it was awkward with my wife. Turns out that the antidepressant prescribed has a wicked side effect, so much so that doctors prescribe it for guys that have pre-ejaculation issues. I didn't have that issue so I wound up needing 1.5 hours with my wife to finish. Marathon sex sessions are great, but not every time you have sex. Jock Jams Volume 2 playing during it. Only need half a song but game changer. At least it isn't CBAT. The first track is only 7 seconds long. Y'all ready for this? This is how we do it. Being with someone who isn't intimidated about you having a vibrator. I didn't get my first vibrator until I was like 27 because my exes took it personally or something. My pleasure has increased immensely. I think most people don't understand that communication is what makes you good at sex, not the amount of sexual partners you've had. Huge. I can't come without a vibrator and it's significantly better knowing that I can come without having to fake it, never again lol. Dirty talking /RP about super taboo stuff, you need to have complete and utter trust with your partner in order to feel comfortable, but it's pretty amazing when it's done right. What stuff do you consider super taboo? Putting it in a vagina rather than a toilet paper roll lined with warm bologna. This guy Oscar Mayer wieners. More of a microwave cantaloupe guy myself. To each their own. Bruh. Do wieners usually fit into a toilet paper roll? Asking for a friend. This was it, this was the comment that made me close Reddit for the day. A vasectomy. There is nothing like fucking a hot, eager, wet, fertile woman without fear of babies. I brings freedom into your sex life. First time I had sex with my wife she arched her back while ridding me cowgirl, reached behind her and started massaging my balls while going up and down. Needless to say I exploded instantly and it's still my favorite thing she does. Her breasts look amazing when she arches to reach back and the feeling of her playing with my balls while inside her is just unreal. How was the vasectomy process? Been considering. As someone who was born sterile and never had to worry about this, can confirm. If anyone's curious, I would always still use protection if it was casual but not in committed relationships, and it's awesome. Making a woman orgasm. I gave a woman a massage and throughout it, she seemed to suggest she wanted it go further. So I obliged and since then, she wants me to come round for some rub. I'm more fixated on them orgasming than myself as I'm usually 10 tugs away from coming at any point. Seeing a woman wriggle in ecstasy because I've induced it is a remarkably carnal feeling that I can only describe as such. Making a woman orgasm is such a turn on. I don't finish unless they have at least once. Taking my health seriously. Hit 30, thought our sex life was my wife's fault. Then got off my freaking high horse. Dropped 40 pounds, got stronger, slept more and better. Strangely when I took care of me, it took care of we. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Having sex. Totally changed my whole sex life. No way, me too. Finding someone with low enough standards. I felt that. Bro, are you okay? My sex life just got worse after reading this. Chalice. Hit my late 30s and things just got more difficult. Got a prescription, got my confidence back. My wife said she hadn't felt that desired in years. We are like newlyweds. It's been little over 2 years. I currently use Hims for routine deliveries. I use generic B from Hims. I don't actually need it, but it makes going for round 2 or 3 a lot easier. Also found myself getting more primal. Divorce. Don't let the sunk cost fallacy keep you invested in something that was never great in the first place. I was worried at first that maybe I was being a little too much like an animal. Turns out that's a great thing. We are animals, sex is great, and the more you accept that, the easier and more fun/enjoyable it is. Though obviously there's some people who don't like that, as with anything. But in my experience shit's great. I just pound away at them trying different things along the way to spice it up, and they end up finishing every time. Making gorilla noises because you're having sex so instinctually can't be beat, personally. The willingness to try anything once, unless it's dangerous. I found out things I never thought I'd like aren't so bad, and sometimes they are. But I know 'cause I tried. Twice. You gotta try it twice. The second time, once you know what to expect, is to make sure the feeling you got the first time is the correct one. Have you ever tried fucking a meat grinder? When I stopped faking orgasms. Exactly. Faking orgasms benefit nobody. Exercise and fitness. I never understood why faking an orgasm was a thing, until social media enlightened me to the fact that a lot of guys are clueless about how things work for women. I had that shit figured out at 16 with my high school girlfriend. For shit's sake, it's not that difficult, dudes. Making it all about her pleasure instead of mine. Honestly. Deciding to do without until I've made myself good enough to attract the type of woman I find attractive. Always make her come first, after they come, then start having sex. What makes one person come is not what makes another person come. Hitachi wand. Working from home. I actually have energy to devote to my sexuality instead of being burnt out and exhausted all the time. Well, figuring out I was a lesbian was pretty major, haha. Joining the US Navy. Play with her clitoris until she comes and fuck her until she comes again, which is easier than straight penetration. That's how I treat my wife. We've been married for 8 years now and still have 4 to 5 crazy sexual courses every week. The Wild Orchid by Evolved Novelties. Before we got it, my wife had great orgasms, but the first time we used it she practically lost consciousness and couldn't stop. Interesting that I had to scroll this far to see this one. When my wife starts to reach an orgasm, she also starts to tense her legs. This tends to push me somewhat out. I have learned to throw my one leg over her straightened leg, and that allows me to penetrate her even deeper whilst she is enjoying herself. Poppers while getting banged with a strap on. Straight to heaven. This past summer I was about to have my first ever foursome, MMFF, while vacationing in Germany. We got back to my hotel and the guy got cold feet and decided to bail, so I was now having my first ever threesome, MFF. These German women licked my arsehole like it was an ice cream cone. They also reached in there and pressed my cum button. Until this moment I had only ever given anal sex but never had anything done to my ass. Turns out I really like it. Meeting partners that I had chemistry with. When she licked my asshole for the first time. Proposed to her shortly thereafter. Yeah, doing regular cardio made being able to go harder and faster during sex a non-issue. I was able to focus more on the experience and less on, oh shit, I don't know how much longer I can keep this up, she's close but I need to rest. Fuck. Really makes the whole thing better. Plus women love muscles and getting felt up during sex is pretty nice. Divorcing my ex-wife and finding a partner who enjoys sex. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again, Reddit glitch out.